He was up there, he would have got cooked.
Of
Because people would
course.
still be asking questions.
Putting it off isn't going to change that.
So are you all in on Ben Johnson and the Bears? Are you still doubtful? Or it's baseball season. I'm just going to step back and be in a wait-and-see mode.
Where are you?
I keep trying to say that I'm in a wait-and-see mode.
Yeah.
That's not who I am.
Right, you're ready.
I'm a meatball. And
It's
cool with
hard to just be in wait-and-see mode right now.
Right.
It's so
because
hard.
we're so anxious. I know. We're so ready for it to be different. And to,
Like, I didn't like the Eberflus hire.
right,
I'm like, who?
right.
And then a day or two later, I'm listening to Waddle and Sylvie and Dan Dockich from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
My friend. He goes on there. Boys, he was getting fired as the DC of the Colts if you guys hadn't rolled in and hired him. And I'm like,
I mean,
what?
right there. Right there.
I'll never forget it.
Wow. Now, that was not the case with Ben Johnson, for sure.
No, everyone wanted him.
Everyone wanted him.
Everyone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So here's more from the head coach. He was asked about coaching players hard.
Yeah, I think the great ones, they want to be coached hard. And that's really the assumption we're making with all these guys. They all, at one point in time, they've either come up to my office or DA's office or Coach Hightower's office, and they've all told us how much they want to be a good player, a good team. They want to be a part of greatness, and so we're going to treat them as such, and part of that is coaching them hard.
And that is the way that I've heard he's been since he walked in the door. He's coached everybody hard, whether they're rookies, whether they're Caleb Williams, all that stuff. Now, one of the things we were talking about in the break was that Caleb Williams was not made available to the media yesterday. I think he should have been. Based on everything we heard last week, I think this was a great opportunity
Why?
for him
Because you're
to...
in the media?
Of course.
Yeah,
But
so you
also...
needed it for your package last night on ABC 7.
No, I think I did a really good job with what I was given. However, yes, it would have been better to have 18 talk to us.
I was watching the basketball game. I didn't see it. Sorry.
That's okay. I won't take it personally. But if we had... Now, Caleb's words are out there. His feelings from last year are out there in a different way, that he had this grand desire to go to Minnesota. And we now don't have... He could have offered some context to that.
Why? Why do we need it?
Because then I feel like then it goes away. Because
No,
now
you
whenever
need it for your story.
But I also think it's important for us to know.
Caleb would have got cooked, man. He was up there, he would have got cooked.
Of
Because people would
course.
still be asking questions.
And
like,
now they're going to.
You still want to go to Minnesota?
I know, but that's like, that's our market. Our market asks those questions. They're not afraid to ask those questions,
And that's
I appreciate
cool.
that. I appreciate that. But
And that's
I
why
also
he's not.
that's why they didn't put him up there. But
But eventually he's going to be up
putting
there.
it. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like putting it off isn't going to change that, Jay Moore. It's not. There's still there. There's a lot of questions we have about what he went through last year, and I also think that we are learning that how broken it really was around there.
Yeah, it was horrific.
It was awful, a disastrous rookie season. So, I want him to offer some context to that, because when he came to the podium, he
And how
he
far do
didn't
you
act
want
that
him to
way.
go?
I don't know.
What would you like
Okay.
to hear Caleb say?
Okay, I'll be Caleb.
Yeah, let's rehearse this. Go ahead.
All right, were you really watching film alone? Did you not ask for help and they didn't offer it?
I'm on to 2025. I'm thrilled that Ben's here. Last year was not a good experience. I'm thrilled to be a Chicago Bear.
Thank you.
Let's
I'll start
go,
my
Caleb.
package with that.
Let's go, Caleb!
Thank you. That's all I needed. Onward. I mean, I just want.
But that's not where it's
but
gonna
also,
end.
like, did you and your dad really try to get you to go to Minnesota? Was that?
I'm not talking about it. We did a lot going through the pre-draft process. It was new for all of us. I'm a Chicago Bear. I'm thrilled Ben's here. I'm thrilled at the progress we're making, and I hope we have a hell of a season.
For
Why did
Caleb's
you-
sake, like that's good for him to say though, because then that gets put
Yes.
on all the graphics, that gets put on all the stuff that's all the sound bites.
It's
now we're
a
asking
national story right
exactly.
now.
Like
Yes.
now, are you relieved that Caleb Williams said this? And when he's not talking, he's leaving more room for people to fill in the blank.
He's also probably going, look, the story is, folks, I'm
It's
a
over.
bear,
Okay.
and I'm happy.
And say that.
Here's what I'm going to say. Yes, the story is over, but it is now written in a book that is going to be published for the end of time. Give me some context into why you were even talking to this author about what you were feeling before you got drafted by the Bears. Why? Why did you feel the need to put all that out there? You knew it was going to be published in a book that will never go away. So now that's always going to kind of hang
and if
around.
you ask me that question,
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
Why? Why would you feel the need to talk to him?
Dionne, I appreciate the question. I'm not revisiting history. Guess what? We made a lot of decisions as we went through the process. I'm thrilled to be a Bear. You want to talk about the 2025 Bears? I'm all in. I'm not talking about the past.
See, that I want to hear from him.
I would love to hear that.
I would love to hear that.
Because, like, even if we think he's going to say it, until he actually says it, like, we want to hear him say, I want to be with the Chicago Bears, because there's always going to be a portion of people who, until they hear that, are going to question whether or not he wants to be on this team.
But then you got the guy in the back of the room saying, "Caleb, why are you dodging the question?"
Right.
Now it goes on
Is that
forever.
how we sound? Is that how we sound?
No, I'm just
Jay Moore from the Kap and J Hood Show.
some type of voice here.
Yeah, Jay Moore. Yeah, next question. Yeah, I'm Jay Moore from the Kap and J Hood Show. Why are you dodging the question? I'm not dodging anything. I'm talking about the 2025 Bears. You want to talk about the 2025 Bears? I'll stay up here all day. I'm not talking about last year.
I mean, what did he say? What was his famous quote when he first got drafted? He said something about. He said, "Why would you duck? Why? What's the reason to duck? You embrace the expectations head on. Like, isn't that what he said? There's no reason to hide. So then, why isn't he out there just owning it, saying,
But
"Yeah, I said it, but I feel very differently now."
But do you think that it was the coaching staff choice not to let him speak? Because what if he wanted to?
That is a great question. It very well could have been a decision that was made higher up that said we're not going to put him out there.
We love that Ben Johnson addressed it head on. I think we
Absolutely.
would love if Caleb did it. I
Same.
think that's the disconnect.
I would
here.
like that. And I love that each one of his teammates who spoke yesterday had glowing things to say. What Tremaine Edmonds, like, Caleb is my guy, man, and everything I see about him is that he wants to be here and he wants to win. That's awesome. Let Caleb echo that with his own voice. That's it.
But who needs it? You?
I think a lot of fans
I think
need
fans need it. 312-332-3776. Call us and tell me, am I way off here? I feel like he should have spoken.
So you got the coach saying something, then you got the teammates saying something, but that's not enough, huh?
No,
you
it's
need
not
to
enough. You're
hear
right.
it from the man
You're
himself,
right.
huh?
I want more. I want more. I
feel
want
you.
his voice saying it. Yes.
Yeah, it's great because we're in the media and it gives us, hey, we got tomorrow's show. Yeah, Jay, we're good, man. Just get a couple Caleb highlights. We'll take calls for 3 hours. Whoa, did he say enough? Who cares?
I'm loving, like, the voices of the media. Did he say no?
He's the quarterback
Yeah,
of the
Brad
Chicago Bears.
Brad
Everything he
Diggs.
says will always be under a spotlight.
Every action he takes, where he shows up, what he does. Yes, that's part of being a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm Brad Biggs, Chicago Tribune. Caleb, could you tell me why you would have wanted to go to
Dionne
Minnesota?
separating herself from this.
Why
I
you
am,
dodging
yes.
the questions, Caleb? Huh?
Hey, I'm Dan Wiederer from the Chicago.
Stop it now.
Hi, I'm Annie Agar.
Andy doesn't come to our press conference.
But as a Chicago sports media journalist, you know how bad the Bears organization was.
Right.
Correct.
So does that give him any leeway for feeling the way he felt?
No,
before he came here?
I'm not mad about his feelings. I don't think any lies were told at all. I don't think anything. There was no falsehoods in what he said, in what he thought before he got here, what he was sensing from the outside. I mean, he had every right to feel that way, to feel like, where am I going? This feels like they are a disaster. And then he said he came and he visited and it changed. But that was like swept away in this book promotion. So when did that change? What changed about that? And then during the year, was it worse than you thought? It was their worst fear. That's what Carl Williams didn't want.
Okay, so is your dad all in on the Bears now? I'm not talking about it. Is it true no one watched film with you? I'm not talking about it. Like, all it is just a goat blank at the press conference.
Then get it over with. Get it over with.
For who?
For him. So that we don't
For all of you men and women up there in Lake Forest at the press conference.
But Cap, stop yelling at me. But listen, if he doesn't speak until day one of training camp, he's still going to be asked about it. So I'm just saying, end it. Like, let it be done. People they're talking about it all like it's national news. What Ben Johnson said about the book, about Caleb, it's national news. So let the quarterback say his piece, give context, and then we all move on.
I mean, if he goes up there and goes, look, you want me to be honest with you?
Yes, I
It was
do.
completely effed up around here. Nobody watched film with me. Eberflus was a terrible head coach. I didn't really have a relationship with my quarterback. Now, every one of those TV shows up there, we got 4 monitor screens. Every one of them. Are the Bears the worst organization in sports? Are the Bears incompetent? Is Ryan Poles for allowing this? Should he still have? Who needs all that?
But the average Bear fan knows this already.
Exactly.
Yes.
We
It's
know
true.
we suck.
Yeah.
Until we prove differently, we suck.
Oh, that's facts, Cap.
That is facts. That is facts.
Being honest.
I know. Well, part of it's because I want it for my story, but also I want to hear it from Caleb.
Like,
Odds are he's not going to say anything.
right.
But he might.
But he might.
I always wondered why, when there's coaches connected to rumors that they're going to take another job. Hey, can we ask you about the rumors that you're going to take the blah, blah, blah job? Why would you address that as a coach? All you have to say is, you want to talk about the team I coach? I'll stay here all day. That's all I talk about. Don't say, I have no plans to leave. Yeah, you probably do if the right amount of money's there.
Right,
And
right,
God bless
right,
you.
right.
Just say, you want to talk about the 2025 Chicago Bears? I'll talk all day with you. That's all I'm talking about. Caleb, did you really want to go to you want to talk about the 2025 Bears? I'll stay all day or I'm leaving. That's it.
Gosh, that would
Don't
be such great.
Answer it.
That'd be such great sound if he said that.
Don't answer it. Nobody needs it. It's not like he's going to be a free agent in 3 months. We're like, is he leaving? He's here for the next 4 years. He does not need. We would like it because it would be
Yes.
great.
Yes.
All day long. We're going Bears Bonanza. Danny's got everyone working 24 hours a day. Oh, my God. Did you hear what Caleb said?
Bears Bonanza.
We don't need it. We don't.
I would have liked to hear from him. I stand by it.
And if you were Dionne Miller, the accountant who lives in Lincolnshire who happens to want to watch Bears football, you wouldn't care.
I don't know
Dionne Miller,
about that.
ABC 7, yes, you do.
Of course.
Let's go out to D, out in the field in Lake Forest. Thanks, Ryan.
You'll never believe
Caleb
what we heard
Williams
today.
spoke today. Yes.
But you know who was the best at that? Moving on? Belichick.
Oh
The
my
Go on
God.
to Cincinnati.
I'm on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, where did that guy go? That's not Bill Belichick anymore.
Coach, can we ask it? I'm on to Cincinnati. That's all he said. And you know what?
Yep.
The media had to deal with it.
Correct.
And that's what Caleb should do. I would tell him that. You don't owe those people in that room anything. Treat them with respect. That's the only thing you have to do. They are not entitled to your innermost feelings. You
Go on
want
to
to do it?
Cincinnati.
Good luck. Take control. Don't let them control you. I've been one of them. You try to lead them down the road. Hey, Caleb, how was your Thanksgiving? Bam!
Go on to Cincinnati.
Punch him right in the face with some question, and he's young, and he trips himself up.
You know that's my approach too. Like
Yeah.
how kill him with kindness
Yeah.
and then bam.
Bam!
Go on to Cincinnati.
Oh gosh.
We'll take more of your
I'm
calls because
sweating.
the phone lines are hopping.
Oh my gosh.
312
No one agrees with me.
3776.
I agree with you, Dionne. It's okay.